Good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Elizabeth Mayer, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwest Victoria, Australia. Today is the 3rd of August. Goodness me, here we are, start of a new month. Woohoo! Should we? All I know is it's the last month of winter here. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate the last month of winter. Well, I'll say it's the last month, but it can carry over into September. And sometimes has even carried longer. But that's my glee for the start of this month, the last month of winter. It has been, excuse me, it has been absolutely freezing here. Oh, toes have never warmed up, feet have never warmed up. So one day I wear a hat when I'm outside with the sheepy and all that. I never took that hat off all day. That was saying something. Me with my hat on all day. Oh gosh, it was freezing, absolutely freezing it was. Anyway, enough about the weather here in cold Southwest Victoria. This is our last month for the May to August catalogue. So if there are some things in here that you would like, pop on board now and get them, because I have seen the new September to December one, and I'm sorry, I can't really tell you what's carrying over because I haven't had a real good look at it, what's carrying over and what is staying. But yeah, I wouldn't delay anyway. So last month, we're in the last final month of this beautiful catalogue. And talking about the September to December catalogue, woohoo! Look what I have. Yes, I'm sorry I can't open it up and show you, but have a look. I call it the Christmas catalogue because it has a lot of Christmas things in it. So, yeah, I call it the Christmas catalogue. So, nearly opened it up there, didn't I? Nearly did a little blunder there. Yep, so now if you do not have a demonstrator and you would love this September to December catalogue, there's a link in the description below, so please let me know. You can either fill that in or just send me a message and I will get one out to you. I am in the processes of getting my catalogues ready to send to my customers. So if you have purchased through me in the last 6 months, you'll automatically receive one. So yeah, so if you don't receive one, pop on, send a message and I will get one out to you. Now, starting September 4th, which is tomorrow, we have a sale of designer series paper or selected designer series paper and cardstock, 15% off. How good's that? Now I do believe the Velvet Meadow, I think it's called, this one here anyway, this design here is not available at the moment, but that doesn't matter. Still have a look out for what else is on special. Yep, so there are some beautiful designer papers. So that's from tomorrow, the 4th of August, right through to the end, the 31st of August. So we've got a whole month of the sale of paper, some paper. That's good. And the product of the month for August, which also starts tomorrow, excuse me, is the Glow of Harvest Specialty Designer Paper. Now, it's a bit hard to see on this. I'm sorry, didn't print out too good. My ink's just about fading off. but it is, you get 12 sheets, 2 of each, single-sided designs. So, yep, hang on, 2, 4, 6, 2 of each, single-sided. Look, we got double, looks like it's double-sided. Unless they're just, yeah. I don't know, I'm not in that area at the moment, so, yeah. But, yeah, look, there's some stuff on here that, in the design part that, you know, we don't do Thanksgiving like in other countries where they have the pumpkins, decorate the pumpkins and all that, but that's all right. Paper's still beautiful. Paper's paper. Designer Series paper is paper to me. And there are some beautiful designs. If I put my light on, that might help. We might get a better view. Let's just get the light to dim me down a bit more. Oh yeah, we can get a better view of it there. If I try and bring it up a little bit closer for you. There you go. Hopefully it's not gone a bit fuzzy for you. I hope not. So yeah, that is our product of the month, Glow of Harvest Specialty Designer Series paper. Now it comes 12 by 12. So, and to be able to purchase this, you need to spend $125 or more in one single order. And you will get this for just $9. Yeah. Now, they're doing a little fun fold again today. And the funny thing is, I went back through YouTube. Well, I was having a look on YouTube and just typed in fun fold cards or whatever I was looking up, you know. And this card came up and I thought, oh, I have not seen or done one of these cards for years. It'd have to be at least 6, 7 years ago since I've seen this design of fun fold done. And then lo and behold, they're popping up everywhere now. I saw a girl just last week doing the same card. I thought, oh, hang on, that's what I was thinking of doing. And I thought, Tibet, I'm doing it. I am doing it. So today we are using the framed violets. Now I'm just using the stamp set today with that one. So it's mainly for the flowers and the happy birthday. And I'm also using the phrases and frames sentiment stamp set for one of my sentiments as well. We've got 2 sentiments going for today. Not using the dies in the framed violets one. So now I have done all the die cutting beforehand, so that's got that all out of the way. And I have used the arched dies today because I'm going to do a bit of a folded arched card. So I've got Hydrangea Hue, die cut 3 of them, die cut in the largest Everyday Arches dies. Oh, hang on, let me get them out. Where are they? I hope they're close at hand. Yes, they are, on top. So I should have had these out so that I can show you which ones they are. So going from the largest, I've used this for the cardstock here, for that one. Then I've die cut 3 from the framed violets, and I've used the second largest. Then I have used, I'm getting them out of the way here, it's easiest for me to pick up, Gorgeous Grape, and I have used the third largest die. Alright, so hang on, let's line these up a bit better. Go in their order. If we move this one out of the way a bit, So we've got this one, our largest one. We have the designer paper in our second largest. We have some more cardstock in our third largest. And in our fourth largest one here, I have got basic white. So they are all the Everyday Arches dies that I have used. So I've gone from the largest down to the fourth largest. I'll call it the fourth largest. Do it that way. That's easier. So that's all that. I then have, now I'm going to call them little arms. I don't know what you call them. Swings or I don't know. I call them arms. I have 2 pieces of cardstock, the same as my base one over here, Hydrangea Hue. They are 6 centimetres by 7 centimetres, and I have scored them at 3 centimetres. Now you need 2 of these. Right. So that is the first thing we are going to do. So I'm going to pop, let me get these dies out of the way, put them over there, and we will pop the rest over here as well. Now, how are we going to join all these together, I hear you asking? This is with our little arms. Let me shimmy on over a little bit. My camera seems to be a bit screw-whiffy, so let's shimmy, let me move my chair over. Alright, so that's that. So I've got one that's folded inward and one that's folded outward. Now we need to burnish these really finely, you know, I suppose that's the word to say. Really score them really good. Alright. Okay. Now I've got to think which way they go on now. So get my glue over here. Excuse me for reaching over. Now I'm going to put glue down this side, nearly to the score line, because I don't want it oozing all out. And I'm going to pop my first arch. Now you can put it down, right down here, you can put it in the middle, but just somewhere. And I've got that sitting just inside that score line. I will bring it up to you in a minute. So there's my score line there. And I've got that sitting just inside that score line. Got an itchy nose. Then we'll bring in this other, glue up this other side. And as I say, I'm gluing not close to that score line, placing my glue, because I do not want it to spill out. Now I'm going to bring this one. I'm going to bring in my graph paper here, because I'm going to line these up. Put them on that line there, so that when I come to put this one on, I have him on the same line. Come on, down you come. Lovely. So that I know then they are level. So I've popped that one exactly in the same, just on the just before the score line. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't remember it. So just before the score line. so that it folds like that, and make sure that they're level at the bottom, because I didn't do mine too good, did I? All right, so let's bring our second piece in. We're going to glue this one up. Come on. We'll glue him up. Now I'm going to line him up again on my solid black line there. Pop this one up. Hope I have him in the right position. And scoot him over, not too far. Nearly there. Come on. Lovely. This is where the liquid glue helps. So that's that one done. Pop him there. And grid paper comes in very handy with this. And as you know, the Tombow does spread as you join your pieces together. So that's why I haven't gone too close to the fold with the spreading of it out. And there we have our card. Oh, he's a bit out. I could have gone in a bit more with him. So there we have our little fun fold card. Now it looks a bit unsightly on the back there. He's up a little bit higher than this one. That doesn't matter. So what I do is, this is where the designer paper comes in. It's not going to cover the lot of it, but it covers a fair bit of it. So let us do this one. Now I did say, now this was, I've seen some done that aren't, or that do not have the designer paper on the back part, and that's all right. When I was practicing this, I thought, oh gosh, I've got to practice this one. I didn't do it with the designer paper because I just use, you know, cardstock that's not available anymore and that's retired and what have you. I did see I saw this video from a demonstrator, and this was 6 years ago, so, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember her name now. It'll come to me when I finish, I betcha. As everything always does. Remember it soon as we get off. Yes. So that's that one. Then I've got this one. Now I'm also using some baker's twine, the white baker's twine. It comes in a pack, the essential pack. Baker's. I wish we only just had white baker's twine, because I use the white a lot and I've ran out. And now that I'll need it, and when I come to need it, I won't have any because I've got to buy another pack, and I don't use the other pack. See, here's the other colours. Here they are. White's finished. I don't use them as much. All right, now I am going to put on my gorgeous grape ones, and I will leave the white arches just for a little bit, because we're going to do some stamping and colouring. Yes, we are. So we'll pop these three on. thought I had two there. I thought, oh, if I cut an extra one. I love these type of fun fold cards. I've called them unique. Different. Well, they are different, aren't they? Yeah. Alright, put that one on there. I hope I've got them all level. I wasn't thinking about that, I just put them on. Well, they're level now, put it that way. Alright, now, pop that up there out of the way. Pop my lid on for the moment because I don't need that. Let us get and do some stamping. Alright, our first one. Now I'm using Secret C to stamp my images. And we will put this, the foamy bit underneath this. So for the front of my card, well, the fronted piece of the card, I am using the full image. So I'm going to stamp them all and then I'll come back and colour just so that the ink has a little bit of time to dry. Love this stamp set, absolutely love it, gorgeous, look at that. Now on our other two, I am using the small flower. Well, I say it's small, but I have to say it's not that small. I think it's quite big actually. Quite big. And I'm just going to bring him in just like this. This one's going to be our centre panel. So we'll just have a little bit of him. And for our last panel, or our last arch, I should say, I am going to do all of him. Well, mostly all of him. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to colour in first before anything else. Now, we do not have a gorgeous grape in our stamping blends, so I've gone Highland Heather and I'm doing the dark. So, you know me with my strength, trying to get things off. Now I'm using the brush tip, which I probably shouldn't, but it'll be a bit quicker. I just find I have no control with the brush tip. I am better off using the bullet end. I have to say, I really do not like the brush tips. I like them if I've got a big space, big area that needs to be coloured in, but when I'm going around an outline, just have no control whatsoever. See, I would have gone right out of the line there if that wasn't part of the flower. Oh, now, little update on my studio is finished. Well, finished being built, that way. We have been given the approval, it's all done and dusted, it's now in our hands. Now it's in our hands with the electrician. He has been and had a look. He went away on holidays this week, which is totally fine because I know my electrician very well. friend, very close friend he is, so he's pretty good. And he said, I'm only away for a week, so I'll be here in a fortnight. So next week he'll be back, unless he's got some real urgent jobs for when he comes back. So he'll do his bit, as well as the heater. We need the heater and the aircon, so as well as the split system. And then, now while I've got the Highland Heather, I'll come back and I'll do all the other ones, and then I can do all the greens and all the yellows together. So when he has put the wires all through the walls, or where they're gonna go, him and my husband talk more about all this. I just told them where I wanted them, or about where I wanted them. Then we'll get the plasterer in to do the walls. Then it's just a matter of painting the walls, which we will do ourselves. And it is just a matter of me carting all my stuff out from the house out to there. So as we progress along, I will do some photos and put them up on my Facebook page for you to have a look. So if you are not following me on my Facebook page, please do. I would love for you to come over and join me over there. I don't do any videos over there because Facebook now only keep videos for a month. So all videos are here. That's why all videos are here on YouTube. Because they're here forever and ever. So if you are new and have not subscribed to my YouTube, please do. Hit the little bell icon too to get notified when I go live. Now, I have forgotten to do something. I meant to do that before I did anything. I'm going to get them now because I do not have any gorgeous scrape embellishments. So what am I going to do? I am going to colour my iridescent pearls, if I can get the lid off. I put the lid on and shouldn't have put it on, with my Highland Heather blend. Now I'm using the pointy end, or the bullet end so to speak, and I usually do these if I know I'm going to colour my pearls or rhinestones even. I usually do them the night before so I know that they're dry. And I should have done this before I even started the card. I know they don't take that long to dry, but sometimes, see, you've got to come back and do a second one, second covering. So that's why I usually like to do them at least the night before. There we go. So we will just pop them aside over there to dry. Now for this little one, I am going to use the bullet point one, bullet part, because even this is a bit thick for me, and you know. Yeah, so the studio is coming along nicely. So, yep. I'll tell you what I will do. I will try and get out there this week before the electrician comes back and take photos of it the way it's looking now without anything done. And then after each little session I will take more photos. On also today's video is probably going to be a little bit longer because of all the colouring we're doing. But I'm going as fast as I can. Once this is done, it is really plain sailing after this. Really quick as. I always find the colouring takes the longest. I'm not the fastest of colourers, so I'm not the fastest at anything at the moment. Pretty slow I am at the moment. I suppose that's what happens when you get that little bit older. Hey, put up with it, eh? You just got to. No point grizzling about it. So how has everyone's week been? Tell me in the comments what you have been up to. Have you been making some cards or even scrapbooking? I have thought about getting back into scrapbooking, so perhaps when I'm out in the studio, I just might get into it. Here, hubby's inside. Must be wanting a cup of tea. Alright, he'll have to wait. That's that one done. We will now do Peaceful Pine. And I am just using bullet tip for here. I have to say, this cold weather has really given me a really itchy nose, especially first thing in the morning. Must be just the cold, I think. Funny. Oh, there's sheepy out the back there. We have 19, but at the moment we have 20. We have like as I said, they're my daughter's partner's sheep. Just to eat the grass down. Well, they've got plenty of grass to eat at the moment. He's after some little lambs. He wants his little babies back again. So do I. I like the little babies, provided I don't have to bottle feed any, though that's great. I do love bottle feeding them. Just upsets me when their mamas either pass or they just don't want to bottle feed them. Anyway, so we've got a ram out there at the moment, and oh boy, is he a big one. We've had rams come before for the girls, and I tell you what, he is enormous. He's a giant as far as I'm concerned. And because I was down at the fence having a look at him, because I hadn't seen him since he'd come, when he came. And even behind the fence I thought, whoa, you are big. You are a big boy. Anyway, what happened? He got out, didn't he? Ugh. Now, while I'm here, I'm just going to do the centres of our little flowers just with Darling Duckling. And that's the dark also. I'm using the light Peaceful Pine. So we finished that one. Alright, come back and do these two. Yeah, so anyway, he decided he wanted to get out. I'm thinking, thank you very much. So hubby and I are trying to get him back in. We sometimes give them a little bit of bread, especially in the winter time. They get bread and the veggies, you know, the thrown out veggies from the supermarket. They get that to help them along. So anyway, had the bread there. Alan's pushing him along, to pushing back through the fence, and what does he do? He turns on Alan, and Alan just went bam on the ground. And I just went, what the hell? Well, it was a bit more than what the hell, believe you me. And yes, I shouldn't be laughing. It wasn't funny, believe you me. Anyway, he saw I had the bread. And if anybody who knows me knows that I'm not good on my feet. And I thought, I just stood still. I thought, oh my God, what's he going to do? So he walked up and he was close to me, and I thought, what do I do? What do I do? And Alan had finally opened up another little gate near where we were, and so I just threw the bread in there. But no, he didn't, did he? He decided just to keep looking at me. Alright, so I've done them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do stamp my sentiments in the Gorgeous Grape. So he just kept standing there looking at me. And I thought, if you bowl me over, I'm going to be gone, you know. Because I didn't really know what he was like. This was the first time I'd really been close to him. So I just sort of crouched down a little bit, because I was thinking, if he comes to me, you know, because he's got the girls there, so he's more interested in his girls. I thought, if he comes to me, he'll bowl me over, you know, and I'll be on the ground. So I thought, rightio. So I crouched down just to get closer to the ground and hoped for the best. Anyway, we eventually got him back into the paddock. And all I can say is, thank God, I was so relieved. Now, I've got happy birthday, excuse me, to you. I am going to use a post-it note because I only want the happy birthday. Now, is that going to sit there? Let's see. Oh yes, I am. I was going to say, I'm doing it in secrecy. No, I'm not. I'm doing it in the Gorgeous Grape. Oh, I thought I was nearly having a heart attack there. I thought I was putting the wrong thing on. So I'm just putting the happy birthday just there. Oops, got a little stuck there, but that's all right. Okie dokie. Let's get these inks away. Get our little pad here out of the way. And let me, I was going to pick up the wrong thing there, attach this all to here now. So happy birthday goes there. I'm going to put them on so that I don't put them in the wrong spot. Now the centered one here, that is for our writing. When you're writing to whoever you are sending this card to. So I'll pop him in there. How beautiful is that? I don't use Gorgeous Grape enough. I need to start using it more. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So now don't forget about all the specials that are happening tomorrow, and to know all about them on the 4th of August, head to my shop. The link is in the description there, and you will find everything there. Too numerous to mention, you know, what's on, what's not. Alrighty. So there we go. So there's that. That is virtually our card. Done. How cute is that? Look at that. Love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Now, what we're going to put on the front here. Now, this is another thing I did. Last night, I coloured some, as I said, white twine. Funny. Coloured that in the Highland Heather so that I could make a little bow for it. It's looking a bit tatty there, that one. But I am down to the last of it. And how I coloured it was, I just put it onto my mat here, laid it out here, and just wiped my blend I used the brush tip, the brush end, and just used that. Now, good old me. Did that a bit wrong, didn't I? Don't have a lot here. He's still a bit big, that side. Come on. Oh, I want both of yous. Thank you. So, as I said, I was right at the end of it, so that's why there's not much there. I get those two together and bring it tight. That's about right. Not a very good bow I've done today. Don't know why. Now there's my glue dots. Here they are. So I'm just going to pop these on with a glue dot. I may do two. No, one will be enough. And I'm just going to pop him just down here. Just there. And just trim that little bit off there. Beautiful. How's that? Gorgeous. Now I'm going to bring in my iridescent pearls that I have coloured. Oh, he doesn't want to come up, does he? And I'm going to put one just up there. They're nice and dry because I haven't got anything over my fingers. And I am going to put the other two just down here. Love it. And as you can see, you can paint them any colour, or colour them any colour you like. See, I've got black. Oh, I've got that. I think that might have been strawberry slush. I've got barely blush there, and yeah. So there we have today's card, all complete for you. And how cute is this? This little fun fold arched card. And then you just write your little sentiment there, and look, it'll stand up nicely. And you've got the beautiful paper on the back. And that paper is from the Violet Dreams. Beautiful. Love it. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget about the paper sale starting tomorrow, and new kits, everything. Some beautiful things. I'm pretty sure there's new kits here. Pretty sure I read that one. Some fantastic things. Now, if you would like the Christmas September to December catalogue, please either click the link below or send me a message. And yes, I'm sorry we're gone a little bit over today. Sorry about that, ladies, or everybody. So I'd like you all to have a fabulous week, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me. Bye.